What if you could stitch your memories into something that outlives you? This beginner-friendly pattern will lead you through 3 stitches representing time, memories, and love. I can't wait to share the meaning behind this one, and stay tuned to the end because I have the coolest yarn trick to show you, which, to be totally honest, I have never even heard of. This is Focolare by Elizabeth Carr, and it is a zodiac-inspired crochet blanket worked on the diagonal, which is such a fun technique if you haven't tried it before. And if you prefer to knit, you are in luck because we have a gorgeous synchronicity pattern that you can check out. It's very similar and just as gorgeous. This design begins with a classic corner-to-corner stitch pattern, and this stitch holds such beautiful memories for me because my mom and I used to work it when I was little. We're going to start by chaining 6, and you're going to be holding 3 strands together. I'm just using 1 strand of a thicker yarn to make it a little easier to see. For row 1, we're going to start by making 1 double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook and into the 5th chain and into that final chain. So you should have 3 double crochets like so. Then we're going to go ahead and turn. For row 2, we're going to start with a chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to work 1 double crochet into the 4th chain from your hook, just like we did before. There's 1, and into that next chain. There's 2, and into that next chain. Then you're going to hop over here to this chain 3. We're going to slip stitch into that, chain 3, and work 3 double crochets into that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. So there's row 2, and we're going to continue to repeat that for our rows. So row 3 is chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work 1 double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain of your chain 6. So there's 1. Work into the next chain, there's 2. Work into the next chain, there's 3. Hop over to this next chain 3 space and you're going to slip stitch into that, chain 3. Work 3 double crochets into the same chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, and then again, grab that next chain 3 space, slip stitch into that, and chain 3, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets into that same chain 3 space. And you just continue repeating that. 2 and 3. And you can see just how gorgeous and simple this stitch pattern is, which is so funny because every time my mom and I would try to start a new project with this stitch, we would totally forget how to do it. And if you would love some more information about this stitch, you can check out our beautiful fail pattern. We have a video on that if you would love to check that out. Next up, you're gonna find these gorgeous granny stitches. It's such a classic, beautiful stitch pattern, and it's so wonderful to know how to work it because you're gonna find it in so many different designs. Now I'm gonna jump to row 11 because you will have more rows of this stitch pattern. Let's go ahead and move on. So we're going to start with the chain 3 and we're going to work 3 double crochets into that very first stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to skip the next 2 stitches. You're going to skip the chain 3 space and you're going to skip the next 2 stitches. And into that next stitch you're going to work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to have a longer row, so you're going to continue hopping along, working your 3 double crochets basically into the point of these little squares all along. And then when you get to the end, you're actually going to skip this final chain 3, and we're going to work 3 double crochets here on the edge, essentially into the base of that stitch under the chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. For row 12, we're going to turn and we're going to start with a chain 3. And we're going to work 3 double crochets into the first stitch. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to work between these 2 little like clusters here. We're going to work 3 double crochets. So just go ahead and wrap your hook all the way around and work your 3 double crochets. 2, 3, and we're going to repeat that all the way down. So jump over to the next little join here, and we're going to work 3 double crochets in that space. 1, 2, 3, and then when you get to the end, you're going to work 3 double crochets into your final stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And if you want even more inspiration for this beautiful stitch, you can go see how lovely it is in our co-location and our in crescent pattern. Next on your stitching journey, you're gonna work this lovely linen stitch. It is so elegant, it is so calming, especially when it's worked in multiple colors. Oh, it is so ravishing. You are gonna repeat this stitch for a few more rows, but I'm gonna go ahead and move into row 16 for our beautiful linen stitch. We're gonna go ahead and start with a chain 1, and into the first stitch, you're gonna work single crochet, chain 1, and a single crochet. And you want to keep your chain 1s loose on this row. Then we're going to repeat 7 times, chain 1, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, single crochet into the next stitch. There's 2. Chain 1, single crochet into the next stitch. There's 3. Chain 1, single crochet into the next. There's 4. Chain 1, single crochet into the next stitch. There's 5. So we need 2 more. Chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. And then for this center part, which you're going to have a lot more stitches, you're going to work chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next. So just like you've been working, but you're going to skip a stitch between. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. When you get down to the end and you have 7 stitches left, I've gone ahead and marked mine with a stitch marker just so I know where that's at. You're going to go ahead and work single crochet, chain 1, and we're working into each stitch again. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, just into each stitch until you get to the final stitch. Chain 1, into which you're going to work single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. For row 17, we're going to turn, and we're going to start with a chain 1, and into our first stitch, we're going to work single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. Now you're going to chain 1, and into this next chain 1 space, go ahead and work a single crochet. Chain 1, jump over to your next chain 1 space and work a single crochet. Chain 1, jump to the next chain 1 space, work a single crochet. And that's all you're going to continue to repeat all the way down your row. Chain 1, work a single crochet into that next chain 1 space. And this is really how you work this stitch. It's nice and easy to memorize, and it really is so beautiful once you start layering in different colors, and you can see how the rows kind of crisscross into each other. And it kind of mimics the look of knitted linen stitch. It's a wonderful way to kind of marl or like blend colors together. So you continue repeating all the way down. Chain 1, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. And when you get all the way to the final stitch, go ahead and work single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet into that final stitch. If you want even more practice with this beautiful stitch, check out our lovely pattern, Gratify. Each of these are classic, timeless stitches that when put together, make this blanket truly heirloom worthy. As you work it, think of those who have loved you into being, and know that when you pass this down to future generations, they're gonna remember you, your love, and that beautiful connection that you had. To make this, we used our sumptuous and lustrous hand-dyed Yak Silk Lace yarn and our solid zodiac hues. This is a breathable, ultra soft, and luxurious blend of yak down and silk, so it drapes, it shines, and it is wonderful for sensitive skin. And here's that really cool yarn trick that I was going to tell you about. So throughout this project, you are going to need to hold several strands of yarn together at the same time. If you need just 2 strands of the same color, you're just going to create a center pull ball and pull from the outside and inside. But what do you do if you need 3 strands of the same color? If you have 1 strand of yarn and you need to turn it into 3, here's what you do. This is so cool. You're going to take your tail and you're going to make a little loop and go ahead and pinch down here. Then reach through this loop with these 2 fingers. Grab your working yarn and pull up another loop. From that loop, reach through with grab the working yarn and pull up another loop. And you're going to continue to do that. And you have now turned one strand of yarn into 3. So essentially what you've created is a giant crochet chain. And then when you go to crochet with this, you're just going to pretend that it's one strand. So you'd start with your slip knot and you just go ahead and crochet. And the cool thing about this technique, and this is DK weight yarn and a bigger hook, so it's really thick. But the cool thing about this technique is when you run out, you just make more. So reach through your loop, grab your yarn and make another loop. Reach through that loop, grab your yarn, and you can continue to make 3-ply yarn for as long as you need to. You never run out. Now that you know how to work these 3 beautiful stitches and this incredibly fun yarn trick, you are all set up to make this gorgeous pattern. If you're excited to download the pattern and get the yarn, you can do so over at ExpressionFiberArts.com. And while you're there, I encourage you to sign up for email and text update. We send out free patterns every Friday along with encouraging words to boost your day. We receive so many heartfelt messages and comments from people saying, I love your emails so much. They made such a difference in my day. They bring such joy to me. And that just warms my heart so much, knowing that in some small way, we're making a little difference in the world. I hope this project brings you so much joy, reminds you of those you love, and that you know you are creating something so beautiful and so meaningful that is going to span the boundaries of time, bringing love and comfort to those you care about. Have a sensational day, and I will see you next Friday with another new design. Bye!